This is Riff You, your backstage pass to learning awesome riffs and having a blast doing it. In this session, we're diving into the iconic intro riff from ACDC's For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. Get ready to bring the thunder. The song was released in 1981 on the album For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. The guitar work comes from one of the greatest brother duos in rock history, Angus and Malcolm Young. Their playing is so locked in, it's like they're sharing the same musical mind. Together, they define classic rock perfection, proving time and time again that music doesn't need to be complex to be absolutely brilliant. First, I'll play through the intro while the tab scrolls across the screen. Then, if you need a deeper breakdown, I'll walk you through the riff step by step. Let's check it out. Need a hand learning guitar? Whether you want to improve your soloing, tighten up your rhythm playing, dive into music theory, or start writing your own songs, I'm here to help you every step of the way. I'm now offering online guitar lessons at Guitarmy.net. With 25 years of teaching experience, I know what it takes to get real results. I'd love to help you level up your playing. If you want more details, just check out the link in the description below. All right, so first we're going to take a look at how to play the Angus part, the part on the strings 1 and 3 here, that part right there. And so what I will tell you is that this tab right here, and I have all the timing written in. This tab you're going to be able to get for free. All you have to do is go to my website and join my free tabs and charts course for YouTube and other like social media stuff. I'll put the link down in the description. It's absolutely free. You have to sign up to get an account to my website, but you won't have to pay a penny. And you'll not only get the tabs for this lesson, but a whole bunch of other lessons. So what we're going to do here is, so first of all, if you're looking at the tab up above, you'll see the first measure looks like this. And the way I notated it was I looked at other tabs, and I mean, technically I'm playing the first and the third string the whole way through going. But so what I did is I put that in the tab, but then I thought it was really hard to read. And then I tried to put accent marks over the ones you're supposed to make louder, and then, not over the ones that are supposed to be quieter. And I thought that was pretty complicated, hard to read. So realize when I'm playing this, I'm actually plucking both. I'm holding my pick, playing the third string, and I'm using my middle finger for the first string. Now, do you have to do that? No, you could do this. You could do that. You can use any combination of that you would want. It just seems to me, I like to do hybrid picking, so it makes sense for me to use the fingering I am, but I don't think it really matters. If you're actually doing a performance, you probably want to have your pick with you so that you can start playing chords. So what he's doing here is he's just doing this. So that's basically what he's doing, except he's accenting certain ones. And that's kind of the trickier part of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm only going to go through this one time to save time. It's basically the first 7 measures of the tab. And because he kind of keeps playing the same thing over and over, I'll show you what he does at the end that's slightly different. So in measure number 1, he's going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you look at the tab, whenever you see a fret number on the first string, that is the one you're supposed to accent. So it's supposed to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you want to make the ones that have the double notes louder, and then the ones that only have the 11 on the third string quieter. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Measure number 2, he goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... One more time, it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So if I put those two measures together, you would count it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, and if I play it up to speed, it sounds like... Basically, that's how it goes. All right, so measure number 3, he's going to switch from this D sharp or E flat, and he's going to go to D. So I switched to my first finger for that. He's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and on beat number 4, he goes up here to the 14th. I need to use my pinky. I don't know how big your hands are. If your hands are really large, and it doesn't even make sense to use this finger. But if you can do it, go ahead. All right, so measure number 3 again, it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then measure number 4, he goes back to, he's going to come back here to 12, and it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and all right, once again, measure number 4 is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and for beats 3 and 4, it's kind of hard to really play on 3 and then real quiet on the end of 3, then real loud on 4 and then quiet on 4. So what I do is I kind of basically I'm emphasizing the downbeats, 3, 4, and just 1 or 3, 4. You just have to make sure you play 3 and 4 louder. All right, so the entire pattern is just the first 4 measures, and then it just keeps repeating until the end of the intro. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and play through it. I'm going to play through it slowly and count, and you can play along with me, and then I'll play it a couple times just by itself, and you can play along with me. All right, coming in on measure number 1, we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that's how you play and count it. It's much harder to play and count at the same time. I'm not going to lie. That was probably my 3rd time of trying to do it with not messing up how I'm saying it. All right, now I'll go ahead and play it without counting it. 3, 4... Much easier without counting it. All right, now I'm just going to play it a couple times in a row. And when you do this, you don't have to play it perfect every time. Just do you have the vibe? So what I do is this is super tedious going through and counting it and making sure you're doing it right. But eventually, I do that to make sure I get the fingering and sort of the timing, or at least I start to get the melody, the timing. I consider the accent sort of the melody of this riff. So I practice it a little, and then I just put on the actual song and play along with the song. And that's what most people just go to. But if you can't do that and you want to know technically exactly what he's doing, then this is going to be probably a quicker way for you to do it. A lot of times, because I have pretty good ears when it comes to playing guitar parts, I just listen to the song and I just imitate what I hear. But for teaching purposes, I understand for people that can't do that, you need to go through and understand the timing. Want the tab for this riff plus access to 200 plus more? Check out my online course, Guitarmy Riff Factory. You can jump in any time from your phone, tablet, or computer. It's all about building your riff chops, boosting your confidence, and just plain having fun with your guitar. The link is down in the description if you want to join the jam. All right, now we're going to take a look at Malcolm's part. And once again, I have everything basically written out exactly at the timing for all this, because I'm just going to show you the different parts. I'm not going to go through painstakingly through every single beat. I think that takes, it's taken too long. So all the timing is written in here. I'm going to show you how to play each part, but you can get this for free over on my website. Like I mentioned, just go to the link down below in the description. All right, so basically what Malcolm is doing is he's playing a B power chord. I'm just kind of giving you the chord progression of what he's doing. He's playing B power chord, and then it's some type of G, then a D over F sharp, then an E power chord. I saw some people playing it as an E major, but I think you're better off just playing it as an E power chord, the 0-2, open 2, or EB or EBE. Whether you use just the bottom 2 strings or the bottom 3, I don't think it really matters too much. So that's the gist of what he's going to be doing. He keeps doing it different each time, but the gist is B, G, over F sharp, E, and that's what he's doing. All right, so in measure number 9, he's just going to play a B power chord. Then in measure number 10, he comes in on beat number 3 and goes, which I think is beautiful. Let me get my pick in here. See, he's plucking. It's part of a G chord. He likes to play G without his first finger, and so do I, especially for this type of rock. So he's playing this G, then open D, then the 3rd string, open G. So you get this. And then I think it's really slick how he just goes down and plays the F sharp here on the 6th string. He plays just the this F sharp and then the D string open, which sounds cool. And if you're wondering, well, how am I supposed to play the 6th string and the 4th string and then ignore, don't play the 5th string? What you do is you have to make sure that this finger, your middle finger, whatever finger you want to use, I use my middle finger, it's touching the 5th string. So it's muting it out. The harder part, I think, is not strumming too far and not hitting the 3rd string. So basically what I do is I just try to strum generally the 6th and the 5th string, and then I'll hit the 4th string anyways. So you get this start coming in at measure 9. All right, and then in measure number 13, he hits the B again. He just keeps doing different variations. Then in measure number 15, he just goes. He does the kind of the 3 notes. Instead of picking them individually, he just strums them all at once. The open D and the open G in there. And then he plays this F sharp, open D, and then this A on the 3rd string, this 2. It's part of this chord, D over F sharp, except he's just playing those 2. I think it's more sophisticated than playing the full chord each time. The fact that he's willing to change it each time, it just adds a little different flavor. It's very smart to do that, so it doesn't always sound like you're doing the exact same thing. Then in measure number 17, I absolutely love this. To be honest with you, the Malcolm part to me is much cooler than the... I mean, that's neat as well. That's kind of like the flashier part. But I think the sexy part is this Malcolm part, this rhythm underneath. So in measure 17, he goes... which I think just sounds awesome. It's basically he's playing a B power chord, and then on the end of 2 he comes in and he hits that open A. How the tab looks, it looks like you would play it separately, but I strum everything together. I just make sure when I strum the open A with these other 2 notes here on the 4th fret, I just make sure that I hit that A hard, because I want that to ring out. I want these to keep ringing, but I want everyone to hear that open A. You don't have to over-exaggerate it, but make sure you can hear it. All right, so in 17, we're going... And then this is interesting. He hits the 6th and the 4th string open, and then he hits the 4th string again, and then the open G. Kind of a variation that he did back in measure 10. So he's going... To me, that probably seems kind of like a mistake in a good way, but whatever, that's just what he did. And then in measure number 19, he goes... He's taking that same idea and he's doing something different with it. Now he's going to arpeggiate that F sharp, open D, A, and then he's going to play that open power chord. And then measure 21, we're going to repeat and go. Then in 23, he's going to do it yet a different way, and he's just going to straight up play the chords. And then what happens in 25 and 26, there's a build-up. I forgot to talk about it with the other part. That you can hear Angus, instead of doing he basically, you can look at the tab, but he basically is building it up. So he's kind of going... If you listen to, there's some effects on it as well. It gets a little wild there, but then it comes in. It is absolute perfection. When it comes in with Brian Johnson's scream, it's as good as any rock thing that's been recorded. It's just so killer. All right, so in 25 and 26 is just that E ringing as Angus is building up the... He's building it up. And then 27 is kind of when like the main groove kicks in, and Malcolm's part is going to go. And then just G, D, E. And that is how you play Malcolm's part to For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. So that's how you play the intro to ACDC's For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. Thanks for rocking out with me. I hope you enjoyed learning that riff. If you're loving the lessons, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a new one. Got a riff stuck in your head? Share it down in the comments. I'm always on the hunt for fresh ideas. I will see you in the next lesson.